I asked him at the last day, why is he here? Then he told me we've been praying through and we believe that God wants to, plant a church with you guys. And I was like, hey, you got the wrong guy. I'm very young. He asked me to just pray about it. And he shared with me the vision of fulfilling the Great Commission. He told me that planting a church is something that God even wants to do it in India. I was convicted with the commission and I said yes to the vision. I didn't sign up like to be a church planter, pastor or anything. I just said, okay, this is my desire that there be a community that where people can come and know Jesus and grow. And if that's to be a church, let it be. And eventually it became a church because God started doing this work.
Y estuvimos a punto de dejar el Evangelio, de dejar de servir a Dios en alguna institución. También nosotros es confiar más en el hombre que en buscar a Jesucristo, ¿no? Que buscar a Dios, buscar la presencia del Espíritu Santo. Y bueno, nos venimos más convencidos del trabajo que él estaba haciendo en Chile y queríamos ese mismo trabajo acá en Argentina. Y sentimos eso. Y nosotros los latinos somos muy apasionados y sabíamos que Andrew iba a traer a nuestra vida una orden, disciplina y presencia del Espíritu Santo.
It was so surreal. It was clearly a God moment for us. We had really gotten to a point where we were very concerned about all these young people who had been in church for a very long time but were not growing, no longer felt connected. Actually, we found out that most of these young people were not even genuinely saved. So we had already, been praying about how. So when we came to Hope Singapore and we saw Hope Singapore was all about in those 3 days, we just knew that this was an answer to what we had been praying about for quite some time. And we knew God was in it. And that's what actually drove us to go ahead and do something together.
When I went home and I asked myself, hey, this gentleman, he's a Malaysian. He even had a heart for my own people, more than me. How can? So that's why I start joining the LG more. And I asked myself, hey, why the Lord put me as a Vietnamese? And I had answer for myself. The Lord want me to outreach to the Vietnamese people. So that's why He also want me to go back to share to my own people.
其中有一个姊妹，就是当时就真的是哇，她就起来对我有很大的攻击，以至于当时我都到了什么程度，就是我把我们那2对牧者夫妻，他们还在，有一天晚上邀请他们一起做了一桌餐厅，坐下来，我今天晚上我要跟你们说，我今天晚上我受不了了，我不能再做，我可不可以再把这个工作这个职分交还给你们？但是当时就是我们的牧者就是说了一句话，让我觉得真的是很扎心，很刻骨铭心。他当时就告诉我说，不管你今天做出什么样的决定，我都是同意的，我都会支持你。但是如果你今天错过了这样一个职分，你放弃了这样一个职分，有可能以后你就完全会错过神给你的这样的一个机会。我这个话听完之后，我心里就嘎噔一下，我就觉得太扎心了。我说不行，虽然很难，但是我一定不要错过神给我的这样的机会。我是不希望我的人生之中是从神的那个计划里面落下来的。所以 OK， 那我就拿着这样的一个应许，我就继续去往前走。
After we said, okay, let's start a church, I think everybody started to stop coming. So I was like, what is going on? But then I started to depend on God and, read the word and understand what the church actually meant to be. And first step changed me personally before it changed everybody else. So I was able to unlearn and relearn, and that really overcame my fears and my obstacles. I was able to do it with faith, and I started seeing people who left started to come, and God started building it.
Yeah, I have quit too many times. I'm done. I don't think I can do this anymore. The main struggle is that struggle between what God has said, right, versus what seems to be playing out. Because God tells you to do A, B, C, D with the expectation of a certain result, and you do A, B, C, D, and you don't seem to get the results, right? And then you have to go to the process of coming to learn how God defines things, right? It's not based on the Oxford Dictionary, right? But it's just learning to consistently go to God. And it has become very clear to me that God definitely has a very thick skin, because he doesn't seem to be moved by anything, right? It's like you're venting and you're angry and you're frustrated, and all God keeps saying is, you're doing a good job, just keep at it, right? This is great. And you're like, what? After I came to learn about how Christ will leave the 99 for the one, right? And the importance of the one. I think that is where fulfillment started coming from. I remember, seeing somebody who was unsaved in every sense of the word, unsaved, come to know Christ. I mean, even to the extent where his parents would invite you to their house and say, what exactly is it that you did for my son to change his life in this way? Because we had done everything as parents to try and get him on the right track, and nothing had worked. And I got to the point where we had given up on him. And then all of a sudden we see a change in him, right? And to see somebody like that come to know Christ, right, and begin to grow and get married, and he and his wife are the ones that are leading our young people ministry. So those moments are what keep us going, right? Those moments overshadow and overwhelm all the struggles and the pain and the tears, right? And when you hear those kind of testimonies, those are the things that make it worthwhile. Yeah.
当我们只是关起门来在自己家里做那一点点的服事，做那一点点的事工的时候，那么神跟我们的同在是小的，他的神迹是少的，他的那种明确的带领其实是真的是很微少的。我们祷告求的东西也就不外乎就是让我们的工作顺利，职场顺利，让我们的家庭和睦，最多不过了就是说为我们的城市祷告，就这一类的。但是实际上当我们走出去的时候，我们真的看到外面的人经历的事情，看到他们的需要，我们的心就会改变，我们就会想到，原来神在外面有这样真实的存在。当我愿意去做，我开始了以后，我就发现神的心一下子就转变过来，由以前那种慢慢的安安静静的等待，一下变得神的心意很着急，很迫切，很急迫的要去救更多的人，让我到哪里之后就要去把福音就是更透彻的更多的去给到那个地方的人。就像圣经上约伯所说的那样，就是我曾经风闻有你，现在我是亲眼看见你。所以真的当我们去跟随神，真的是跟随神，叫与神同行的时候，你真的会由曾经风闻有你变成亲眼看见你。
Cuando yo era jovencito no quería saber nada con iglesias, nada con gente cristiana, y menos que me hablaran de pastor, ¿no? Hoy creo que somos una comunidad de 120, 130 personas, y la verdad los disfrutamos muchísimo, estamos felices, pero a la vez con miedos también. Tenemos mucho miedo de no estar a la altura de las circunstancias, ¿sí? Pero confiamos en Dios y nos respaldamos y nos apoyamos mucho en el pastor Andrew y en Job.
Creo que Dios nos renueva y la verdad que a nosotros nos apasiona esto de poder ver ayudar, colaborar, ser colaboradores en Cristo, poder colaborarles en esta obra. Nos sentimos felices, nos sentimos vitalizados, renovados cada vez que vemos que la obra de Dios o la mano de Dios se transforma la vida de una persona.
I strongly believe in our church vision that we plant the churches to plant other church. The Lord convinced my heart to really to establish and to build a strong foundation, build up the strong members, so that they are able to go other locations to build other church. I even cast a vision for them as well. I say that in the future that the church will not be dying off like many churches in Vietnam because they don't have the next generation to take over. So the Lord put inside my heart that the vision not only for my time but the time to come for the next generation.
And one of the promises that God has given us is His presence, and that He's with us in spite of disappointment, in spite of discouragement, in spite of people leaving, stepping down or whatnot. God is with us, and I think that is more than enough. And that is why I cannot give up, because I've seen enough to believe enough. God is not done yet, for sure. And for me, I believe that church is built with the generations that are going to come in. And my work is to disciple the existing, disciple the ones who come, so that they go and disciple, and so they will go and disciple. And that is what I want to see the Great Commission as an action of the church. So yes, it is worth it. My life is nothing without fulfilling the Great Commission.